Sammy Ball, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the incredible game between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles, and the return of the man, the myth, the legend, John Adams to the podcast. This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up?
What's up?
Excellent.
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode number 415, take two. We're streaming live on YouTube right now. We got John's audio issues fixed.
Yeah. Yep. We got kind of like the podcast from last week, and we're pre-gaming for the Lions right now.
Who are dead in the water, I might add.
Absolutely.
Anyway, really quick podcast. This was the only time this whole week we could get it in here because I was in Vegas for most of the week, and
I had a heart transplant.
John had a heart transplant. I know it's a lame excuse, but
Yeah, right.
dude, to only miss go in for a heart transplant and miss what, one podcast?
That's not bad. I can't. And I was thinking I could get last week, but then the infectious disease doctor called me back in. It was like the Godfather 3. They drugged me back in.
Yeah.
And you know what kind of a problem I had when they drugged me back in?
What's up?
None. I had no problem whatsoever. They tested me for all this stuff, and I was like, I'm not sick. I want to go home. I'm not sick. And finally, they're like, you're not sick. We're going to send you home.
Yeah, dude. But
Thanks, guys.
At the same time, it's probably a little better safe than sorry, I guess, right? I mean, even though you're sick of the hospital.
It was, in the long run, yeah, it's a really, really good idea. And it works out well. But, yeah, because right now my immune, what do you say it? I have no immune suppression right now. So if I have to go out anywhere, I have to wear a mask and gloves for the first few months when I come in. You go out to the store. If I go out to Target, I get to ride the cart and put the mask on and the gloves. So I'm driving around and people think I'll have Ebola or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you fit in with the Japanese tourists and stuff, or the Chinese tourists.
Exactly. So yeah, it's good. So what's up, Redskins?
Yeah.
Beat the Eagles on surprisingly the Eagles had one offensive touchdown against us. Then they had that pick six, that stupid run back after Vernon Davis shot a basket.
Dude, they had 0 offensive touchdowns, didn't they?
Oh no, did they get? They had those 2 touchdowns. They had 2 field goals, right?
Yeah, they returned a kick, and they returned an interception.
What the hell was Carson Wentz doing? Oh, I know. He was getting his ass sacked over and over again.
Dude, he was on his back the entire game because of that. I knew it was going to be huge that Lane Johnson, he used cheating drugs to make himself better. I knew it was going to be huge that they were missing him. How are they going to win going forward? He's out for 10 games. That guy was a freaking swinging gate in his spot.
Yeah, that dude that was the backup dude.
I'm not even going to try to say his name.
I'm not either. Kerrigan was just crushing him.
Oh, yeah. Remember before the game when I was I'm saying at least 2 sacks for Preston Smith, but I was thinking he was going to be on that dude's side. So.
Yeah, Kerrigan just ate him up. It was awesome. Torn up jersey. It was sweet.
Yeah, it was all Hulk Hogan style. So I'm monitoring the chat on YouTube. We're live on there right now. So if anyone wants to say anything in the chat window, go ahead and log into our YouTube channel. Well, they can't hear me. If they're not on there, they can't hear me. But anyway, if you are on the YouTube channel, go ahead and you can chat at us a little bit. This is going to be a quick podcast. We only have a half hour till game time. I don't know if we're going to come back for halftime report or not. So let's Dude, let's get on to it. The major impressions of this game were that the defense continued where they left off at the end of the game from the week before.
Yeah.
And improved. I mean, they were still allowing some runs, but they were shutting it down a lot. But they were tackling. They weren't letting people just bust through tackles.
Yeah.
They were pressuring the quarterback. They didn't run nearly as much as that crappy zone stuff, which...
Yeah, we didn't see Iheanacho like whiff on these big, huge tackles.
Yeah.
That helped a lot.
And Carson Wentz started finding receivers like with 9 minutes left in the game. I went back and watched the game twice on the shortcut on Sunday Ticket gives us. And it was with 9 minutes left, we started playing more zone, like prevent style. Like, it wasn't super prevent, but they were loosening up. And they started passing again. And then when the Eagles got the ball back with like 4 minutes, we went back to the defense that was working.
Thank goodness, because, boy, in that fourth quarter, we just started essing the bed. It was like suddenly out of the blue, it was like, oh, here comes the old Redskins. Because the defense was just like, they looked terrible.
Dude, I was trying to figure out, that's why I rewatched it. I was trying to figure out when and where that happened, and it was right there at that 9 minutes in the fourth.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it just goes to show you how mistakes and penalties can cost you like an entire game. We completely freaking dominated the first half, and it was 21-14 because of 2 mistakes.
Yep, because of Vernon Davis on that basket, which, again, NFL no fun league, but everyone knows you can't use the ball as a prop.
And Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Horrible pass when he was getting pressured out to the left.
Yeah, he looks exactly like he did at this point last year.
Yeah.
Where I remember you would be like, God, all he's doing is dinking and dunking, and he's not getting like the big receivers. He's not going deep. It's just like last year. I don't know if he's going to get better or not.
Well, he did have that perfectly placed ball to Deshaun Jackson in the end zone.
That is a good point, actually, and it's so maybe that's I don't know. After watching the Ravens game and all the problems with that, with the ball floating all over the place because of the wind, maybe he is going to start being able to throw it better, deeper, and more accurately.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the beginning of going into the second half. We'll see.
Yeah, and I got to say, too, it was like earlier in the game, I was just trying to find these nuances of when we started opening up. Because remember, we started the game with not being able to move the ball. Yeah. And then he threw one to Deshaun Jackson, like over on the sideline. It was incomplete.
Yeah.
But right after that, we were able to start running. Like, they were like, oh, they might go deep on us and, kind of backed off or something. And then Matt Jones, Matt Rob.
Jones, huge. Yeah, Fat Rob as well. But all 3 of the running backs were good. Were really, really good.
And they just kept putting them in. Like, here's your turn, your turn. And that's why it was so fitting at the end of that game that all in John Riggins style, Matt Jones tore off that third. We had to get the first down to seal the win. And he tore it off for like 50 yards or whatever it was. Their defense could not. They were spent. They were on the field like the whole, what was it, the second quarter? They said they went for like 45 minutes or longer without even being on the field, their offense.
Yeah.
I mean, you wear a team down when you're running strong with 3 backs. They stay fresh. By the end of the game, they break.
Yeah, like with the offensive line and running in front of them, you just keep pounding and pounding.
Yeah.
That's December football right there. I love it.
Yeah, and we cut down a lot of our mistakes. The Eagles had so many penalties that, like, killed them. I mean...
You're right, dude. That looked like the Eagles reminded me of us a little bit more than us.
I know, dude. It was nice. It was a really great game to see. Anyway, we should probably get to our games and kicks and then get ready for kickoff here. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. And we might do a little bit of the injury report, although I don't have it pulled up. But anyway.
Deshaun Jackson's active.
Was he almost...
Jordan Reed is not.
Okay, that's the injury report. And I don't think anyone really got... Oh, and Josh Doxson, though, didn't he go to the IR?
IR. He's on the IR. He can come back in week 15 if they want to get him. I know, dude.
I still don't know why we drafted him. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I know why we drafted him, but I still don't think it was a good idea.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know, but we could have better used someone on the defensive line, is all I'm saying.
Yep.
All right, well, let's go ahead with this one.
It's time for this week's Kickin the Balls Award.
All right, dudes, the Kickin the Balls Award brought to you by Ritapoo.
Well, I would give my kick in the balls to Josh for not being here this week, especially since he gave me kick in the balls last week, but getting a kick in the balls for him for getting a heart transplant instead of getting to the podcast. You could see that as a badge of honor if he actually did that, because I didn't go back and listen because I haven't been able to.
He didn't really. I was messing with you.
He should have.
But you should give him one anyway.
Okay, I'll give it to him. His is kicking the balls this week. The kick in the balls goes to Josh.
For a lame excuse?
For a lame excuse.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much
good.
like the master of anyone that misses anything. You'd be like, dude, no excuse.
It's like, dude, I had a heart transplant. I missed one game.
And,
Beat that, Dion.
and dude, and the only reason you really missed that one game is because you were still out from the surgery.
Like, still, like, for reals.
Yeah. And I was still texting you all of the updates so that when you woke up, you could get the flow of the game as if we were texting during the game. Did you see those?
I did. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, Roberta, this is my job. I got to do this. He's going to be getting a bunch of texts.
And she told me, too. She was like, they won. Spurs won. I was like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, dude.
And I was on a lot of Percocet there for first few days. So, and I still remember very vividly that the Redskins won. So that was awesome.
Yeah, and you were just like, sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think we're like, what, 3-0 since I got a new heart?
yeah, I didn't want to jinx it, dude, but yeah. And I think the Spurs have won every time too, haven't they?
They've won or tied, yeah.
Okay. So let's keep that roll going. Anyway, so your kick's going to Josh. Well, mine's going to go to Vernon Davis.
Kick. Oh. This sounds like a double-edged kick.
It's not. It's my single-edge kick.
Really?
I know he played well in replacement, or not replacement, but with Jordan Reed out, and he had the touchdown. He had another long pass. But dude, it just goes to show you how one mistake can cost your team the game.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, as no fun league as it is, everybody knows you can't use the ball as a prop.
Yeah, and he was like, well, they covered dunking the ball, but they didn't say anything about shooting it. It's like, dude, seriously? So they need to spell out everything. Just put the ball, just set the ball down. Just hand it to the referee and then go cheer with your teammates.
Yeah, go over to the sideline and then, do whatever you want to. There.
Yeah, go up
Don't
to
do it in the end zone.
Yeah, go over to the fans like all Hulk Hogan style and move your hand and be like, yeah, stuff like that.
From the bench.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a dumb rule, and it's like you can spike the ball.
Oh yeah, NFL is full of like super dumb rules. It's just like that. You can spike the ball, but you can't like shoot it. But everyone knows you can't do that.
Yeah. So that's who my kid.
Especially a 10-year veteran or whatever he is.
Yeah. So he's just getting the straight up kick. So let's just go straight into the games. Yeah, especially, dude. Back to those two mistakes, him and Kirk Cousins. We were dominating. If you look at the stats in the first half, like the yards, they said we had as many sacks at one point as Carson Wentz had completions. At 3.
What's up, Wentz?
Anyway, you can see he's going to be a good quarterback, though, because when he had time back there, he was finding receivers. That's why that pressure on him was so huge.
And that dude getting out for cheating for 10 games was so huge.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for the rest of this season as far as the race for the NFC East.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway, let's go ahead into the game balls and then wrap this thing up so we can go get ready for the kickoff.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Awards brought to you by
John's New Heart.
John's New Heart.
Yeah.
John brought to you by John's New Heart.
Yeah, John brought to you by.
Yeah, dude, I'm so pumped that we haven't been able to go to a game for this season or last season. And next season, dude, I'm so pumped. We're going.
We're finally, yeah, we had to take some time off for going to games, but that time is over.
Woo! Yeah. All right, Game Ball Award. Hit it, dude.
Oh, man. A game ball. There's the obvious one, but I don't want to take that, even though it's really good.
There's a couple obvious ones. Just take one of them. I'll give the other one, and then we can.
Mine will go to, surprisingly, mine will go to Matt Jones because I really dog on that guy for fumbling, and he fumbled absolutely 0 times in that game. And
I was
so just
concerned on that last run, though, dude. The way he was holding the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think we've seen the last fumble from him, but we got really lucky in that game, and that was good. And, I mean, he was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's like a beast now. Ever since that second half against Baltimore, it's like something clicked or something.
Yeah, he's got to hold on to the ball.
All right. Well, my game ball, and this might surprise you a little bit.
All right.
It's going to go to Pierre Garçon again.
Oh, yeah.
He had some clutch catches early in the game where we really needed first downs.
You know, we've been saying recently he's like the new Art Monk, but we have been saying that for a couple of years. He's been the Art Monk for a while, and he's been the most Art Monk since Art Monk, just about. You know, you need 3rd and 7, you get your 3rd and 8. You know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, and a lot of these plays, just like Art Monk, are like these subtle ones. They're not like the big sensational plays. Although he did have the touchdown, didn't he? Or am I mixing up things?
He got the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, but even before that, he had some catches. Like there was one first down he made when we were deep in our own end that it was huge. So that's and then of course I know you thought that mine was going to go to Ryan Kerrigan, which we have to shout out to.
Absolutely.
And Alamo City Live Music just says beat down on Lions HTTR. Yeah, dude. So Ryan Kerrigan, he had an awesome game, but the reason he didn't get my game ball is because it was going up against that rookie that never played before. But it was huge game, and so did Preston Smith and Chet Baker made some freaking awesome shoestring tackles in the backfield and stuff like that.
Chet Baker had a really good game.
And I gotta also give a shout out to it. I never thought I'd hear it for Joe Barry for actually like changing his philosophy.
I guess when he realized there was going to be a rookie in there, he's like, I'm just sending it.
Yeah.
Like, put more heat.
Yeah, if you get some pressure on there, our cornerbacks can cover for enough time that, I mean, so many times they made Wentz throw high or off target, and otherwise he's really accurate if we didn't get that pressure. And we shut down they only had like 60 yards rushing, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we kicked their butts.
There's a lot we could talk about this game, but we've got another game to watch.
We got another game in just like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we going to come in for the halftime report? Do you know? Are you up to it? Well,
maybe.
We won't put you on the spot. We'll tweet if we're going to go live halftime.
All right, that sounds good.
Anyway, dudes, hail to the Redskins, hail to John's new heart, and everyone that put that together.
Yes, sir. Yeah, my surgeon calls it a Ferrari heart.
Awesome, dude.
For whatever that is worth.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So I guess that about rounds it out for this week's episode.
Get pumped for the Lions.
Yeah, we got to win this one, dude, and we need Dallas to freaking lose.
Yeah, I'm really getting sick of Dallas winning.
Yep. We'll talk to you guys this week. Hail to the Redskins. And if you see a Cowboys fan,
and you know what to do.
Joke 'em.
Ah.
What you do